Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So, I've been tracking something a little unusual lately, my night sneezes. And not just any night sneezes, but how many I get each night, broken down by day of the week. In this video, I'll be sharing my data from the past 3 months, showing you the surprising patterns I've discovered. We'll look at the total number of sneezes per day, the average, and even try to figure out if there's a connection between the day of the week and my nighttime sniffles. Let's dive in. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into something a little unusual, a little quirky, and definitely intriguing, the hidden meanings behind night sneezes, broken down by the day of the week. We are talking about those nighttime sneezes that seem to pop up at the most inconvenient times. Are they just random, or is there something more to them? Let's find out. Monday night. Monday night. The start of the work week, often filled with anxieties about the week ahead. A Monday night sneeze could be your body's way of releasing stress built up over the weekend. Think about it, maybe you pushed yourself too hard, maybe you didn't get enough rest, or maybe you're just feeling that familiar Monday morning dread creeping in early. That sneeze might be a physical manifestation of that underlying tension. It's a release valve, a tiny burst of energy expelling the pent-up stress. Pay attention to what you were thinking about or doing right before that sneeze. Was it work-related? A looming deadline? The connection might surprise you. Tuesday night, Tuesday. The hump day of the week, but still early in the work week grind. A Tuesday night sneeze could indicate a slightly different kind of stress. Maybe it's not the sheer volume of work, but rather the feeling of being overwhelmed by details or juggling multiple tasks. Perhaps you're feeling a little scattered, a little unfocused. That sneeze could be your body's way of saying, hey, slow down. You're pushing yourself too hard. Consider if you've been neglecting self-care, or if you're feeling overwhelmed by the sheer number of things on your to-do list. Wednesday night, Wednesday night. We are halfway through the week. A Wednesday night sneeze could represent a shift in energy. Maybe the initial stress of the week is starting to ease, but there's still a lingering sense of pressure. It might be a sign that you need to reassess your priorities to make sure you're focusing your energy on the most important tasks. Or perhaps it's simply a sign that you need a little extra rest. Listen to your body. That sneeze might be a gentle reminder to take a break, to step away from your work, and to recharge your batteries. Maybe a warm bath, a good book, or an early night is in order. Remember, even small acts of self-care can make a big difference. Hey everyone, let's dive into the fascinating world of night sneezes, specifically how they seem to vary throughout the week. We are going to look at each night individually, starting with Thursday. Thursday night sneezes. Oh boy, Thursdays. For me, Thursday nights are usually pretty quiet sneeze-wise. I might get ONE or TWO, maybe 3 if I've been exposed to a lot of dust or pollen earlier in the day. But generally, it's a pretty calm night. I've noticed a correlation, and this is just my personal experience, of course, between the level of stress I experience during the day and the number of sneezes I get on Thursday nights. A stressful Thursday often means a slightly more sneezy Thursday night. But nothing too dramatic, usually. It's more of a low-level, background hum of sneezes rather than a full-blown sneeze fest. Now, Friday night, that's a different story altogether. Friday nights are typically my most sneezy nights of the week. I'm talking 5, 6, sometimes even 7 sneezes. I think it's a combination of factors. The week is finally over, I'm relaxing, maybe having a drink or TWO, and my body seems to just let loose. All the pent-up sneeze potential from the week explodes on Friday night. It's almost like my body is celebrating the weekend with a flurry of sneezes. It's a bit annoying, but also strangely predictable. I've even started keeping a little running tally of my Friday night sneezes. It's become a weird little Friday night ritual. Saturday night sneezes are usually a bit less intense than Friday. Maybe 3 or 4. I think the relaxation continues, but the intensity of the sneeze release is dialed down a bit. It's like my body is still unwinding, but at a more manageable pace. It's a gentler, more subdued sneeze experience. I often find myself drifting off to sleep amidst a couple of quiet sneezes. It's almost comforting in a strange way. Sunday night. Sunday night sneezes are usually the least frequent. 1, maybe TWO if I'm lucky. It's like my body is preparing for the week ahead, conserving its sneeze energy. It's the calm before the storm, the quiet before the Thursday through Friday sneeze-apalooza. It's a peaceful end to the weekend, sneeze-wise at least. To summarize, my night sneezes follow a pretty consistent pattern throughout the week. Thursday is relatively quiet, Friday is the peak, Saturday is a bit less intense, and Sunday is the calmest. It's a fascinating little personal phenomenon, and I'm curious if any of you experience something similar. Let me know in the comments below. Do your night sneezes follow a pattern? What days are your most and least sneezy nights? I'd love to hear your experiences.